Yes.
Yes, Baba.
Yes. What's going on, my brother?
Hello, Baba. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I see you still in character.
Always working the gimmick, Baba. Always working.
Yes. For those who don't know, my man Brett is still in character for the Iron Sheik. He's the man, on the hot TV show Young Rock, playing the great legendary Iron Sheik.
The real, from the A to the Z. A to the Z. No jabroni.
No jabroni. The legendary phrase. Yes, sir. Man, how you doing, my friend? How you doing?
Oh, we're excellent.
Good.
We're absolutely excellent. Living a dream.
Good. Yeah, I can see it. I can see the aura just coming off, my man. That's good. That's good. Especially
that's all Linda, man. That's all Linda. That's not me. Baba Linda, number one.
Oh, come on now. You got a heart full of gold. It's coming off your pores. Come on now. That's why you're all golden. You're a champ.
That's the Arab genes, Papa.
My man. First and foremost, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I'm sure it was a busy schedule with what you're doing, and taking the time to speak with us.
Sorry, I'm late. I was doing another interview that was running late.
Hey, no problem. Ain't no worries. Just to have you a superstar on here, No, but you know what?
The Sheik is the superstar. I am just, I'm the actor. I'm the actor who is lucky enough to be playing the legend.
Yes. But you know what? We're blessed to have you also to bless us to play the legend, because it's not many people that probably been able to fulfill that role. You look like the spinning image of the Iron Sheik. So, so thank you for being here to bless us with that.
Thank you, Baba.
Man, so man, I was so excited when Walt called me, my partner called me and said that you're gonna be joining us tonight. Man, like I was at work and I was shook. I was like, yes, because the journey of how we started NevaStop, it started so small, the apparel, and we out here trying to change people's lives. We're trying to help each individual person make it to tomorrow, financially, inspirational, mental, physical, all that, because the world is broken. The world is hurting right now, and COVID isn't helping, helping a lot of folks. So we're trying to step in. So when I was told that we was gonna have you on tonight, I'm like, man. A few months ago, I was trying to figure out a name.
Anything I can do to help support people right now.
Yeah.
I'm all.
Definitely. Like I said,
I got lucky. The acting world shut down last year.
Yeah.
There was nothing going on, and I was one of the very few people who actually got booked for solid work.
Yeah.
And so for that, I'm very blessed and grateful.
Definitely, yeah. I've heard
Speaking of being grateful.
Hi.
Yeah.
Had to stop in.
Number one.
From downstairs.
Yes.
Number one.
Yes. The backbone, Miss Linda. The backbone. Yes.
The backbone, the ground foundation, the everything.
Everything.
Always behind the scenes.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm 2 feet above ground, so I'm blessed and happy. And definitely be able to, share the evening with y'all. I'm happy. I'm really happy. kind of got goosebumps, and I don't get goosebumps.
First time for everybody.
Definitely.
It's her.
Definitely.
I tend to give that vibe.
Ooh, yeah.
Love it. Love it. What was y'all how was y'all's day? Let me ask, how was y'all's day so far?
It feels like the past 2 weeks have been one long day.
Yeah.
We just moved into a new house. We got a new house together.
Okay, congratulations.
And it's moving is, I wish it upon nobody.
Yeah.
It was, our garage still looks like a Hoarders episode. But we have some. I'll put you in trouble. I'll suplex you. I'll break your back and make you humble.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, we've got a couple rooms that seem like a family can live there.
Yeah, we'll let you know when the guest room is ready.
Okay, please. I do armed security, so anytime y'all need to go out, I'll protect.
Shout out to MJ the Legend. Shout out to MJ the Legend. I see him on here.
Okay, MJ, what's going on, buddy?
Hey.
Number one Michael Jackson impersonator, but he's not impersonator. He's the real deal.
Oh, I believe it.
He sings down incredible in Vegas.
Really?
Yes, Papa. Worldwide, yes.
Oh, see, I'm gonna have to go check them out now. I'm all the way in Maryland, so I'll find my way all the way over there.
We're making our way down there on May 15th.
Yeah, May 15th we'll be in Maryland.
Really? Okay.
We'll be at the Celeb Fest.
Oh, okay.
At I forget what convention it is, but it's on May 15th.
May 15th.
Huge wrestling acting convention that's going to be down there, run by the Chad IPO marketing, IPO sports marketing.
Yeah.
Well, something.
It's one of I know it's IPO.
I'll be there. Up there. See, Walt said we're gonna do a helicopter pickup. So yeah, I'm gonna be there. It'll be an honor to meet y'all and see y'all in person, hang out with y'all, and just go with the night. It'd be exciting. Shoot.
No jabroni night.
Jabroni. Yes, I'm gonna get my wife to start saying that for the rest of the night. She gonna be mad.
She'll start saying to you, she'll break your back and make you hungry.
I know. Look. When I start, I'm just gonna start texting it to her so I have some distance. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what? I'm excited. We're gonna get this started because I've researched and was reading a lot about you. And it's funny though, when Walt told me who was coming on, because like I said, I was at work, and I was like, Brett. He said he sent me a picture and everything. I was like, man, he looks so familiar. Like I've seen him in other movies before. But I was like, I just couldn't. Your look with the Iron Sheik was throwing me off.
Yeah, totally different from anything.
Yeah, so I was trying not to research so easy. I was really trying to test my movie skills. It sucked. I didn't do good, so I ended up looking. I was like, man, you played in all my movies that I love. Between Jessica Jones, you was the Lone Shark.
Mm-hmm. That was a good one. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
That was
me and Mike Coulter had a Luke Cage. We had a cool little fight.
Yeah.
So I felt like superhuman strength because I took on like the Black Superman basically.
Yeah. Well, you look like you're superhuman. like you really like. I was like, man, I need to work on my shoulders and my traps a little bit.
Cameraman.
You got 2 months.
Zoom,
yeah,
cameraman.
we see you.
Look at me, cameraman. Look at me.
Oh no, I'm not gonna dare try. Oh man, how did you get started? Like you started in bodybuilding, right?
Yeah. It started really like a psychosis when I was little.
Okay.
I grew up. If you go all the way back,
okay,
my family history was pretty rough starting out. My father was he went to prison for life for murder, and I grew up with we had my mother and my brother and I had to move back with my grandparents, and my grandfather was full-time working away, and he would only be home on weekends.
Okay.
So really no father figure, but he had a collection of Arnold movies. So I grew up watching Arnold movies.
Okay.
And that was my inspiration in life, basically.
Gotcha.
It'd be the do-all, minus the Terminator bad guy.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The do-all, be good, ethically, morally, have the muscle body.
Yes.
That is what I manifested my life into. And so Arnold, to me, is more than just an actor, superhero, or action hero.
Yeah.
He is a very personal inspiration in my entire life.
Gotcha. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that makes sense. That makes sense because you got to have somebody. Somebody has to fill in those roles. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't. And, you know, life choices, you know, veer people into the wrong direction. So, you know, it's good to know that Arnold, you know, basically was that figure for you. And especially during those precious times, those sensitive upbringing times, you know.
Yep. And I remember like in elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Get to the chopper, do it now. Come on, I'm here, kill me here.
God.
I would get in trouble because I'd start doing like the R-rated movie impressions, like Predator but yeah, I started out real young, just obsessed with Arnold, and that moved into pumping iron in college and actually bodybuilding and competing.
Yeah.
And then it evolved into acting, and then it evolved into becoming Arnold.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
For the last 2 Terminator movies. So the universe was listening, man.
Definitely. Yeah. That's it. And that's what I was just gonna say. That was amazing that you end up replicating the body of your upbringing hero, your figure. Like how
of all the people in the world, I got picked to be Arnold.
Definitely.
And I don't know if anyone realizes how personally just that hits me in the heart because of the way I grew up.
Yeah.
And what Arnold means to me personally.
Definitely. How did you feel when you got the news that you would get picked to basically play?
Besides being the excited and you know, it was so much more than that. It just felt like my life made sense.
Gotcha.
It felt right. It felt like I grew up thinking this, and this is how it's one of those like, yeah, something up there made this happen.
Yeah. And
it was just a matter of when.
Definitely.
And it's not on my part to worry about how. It just will all come together.
Yeah. You just live in it. You just live in it and just keep on trucking forward. So that's good, man. So, okay. So before we go because we're going to, if you have time, we're going to, hopefully we get really in deep, you know, sense of that because I'm curious, but like how you started bodybuilding at what age? What'd you say?
18.
18. Okay. Can I think, and did you go pro in bodybuilding?
No, I went to the national level.
Okay.
But right around when I was making the decision to try to pursue it as a career and go pro.
Yeah.
And make it like a full-time, everything, it becomes your life.
Gotcha.
That's when acting fell into my life.
Okay.
Professionally.
Gotcha.
So I was with, this was 10 years ago, and my girlfriend at the time, we were living together in Rhode Island, and she had an interview with a modeling agency.
Okay.
And so I went with her, and the agent, Mike Lyons, was like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm just the boyfriend." Sign this. And he signed me to the agency that day before she even got interviewed.
Wow.
And I was like, well, I'm not because I was a muscular dude at the time.
Gotcha.
And I had a prettier face because I was younger. But I was like, dude, I'm not interested in modeling. That's not my gig.
You still pretty, man.
Oh, bye-bye. Yes, what you think about that? I loved acting. From elementary school, I did the school plays.
Gotcha.
High school, I wanted to, but never had time to, being an athlete.
Yeah.
High school, captain football, captain baseball. College is when I actually got into the theater program.
Okay.
At URI. And I started doing it, but my parents were like, you pursue something real, not acting.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So I didn't go full-time with the theater program. But then I had this, Mike Lyons was like, here, sign this. The next day, he booked me on a commercial for ESPN.
Wow.
And then I was driving home, and he called. He's like, I got another audition for you. I was like, I got full-time business. I have my own personal training business. I had my own clients and everything, and I was working full-time. He's like, well, what do you want to do with your life? I was like, I've always wanted to be the actor.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm giving you a shot. So 2 weeks later, I closed my business down, sent all my clients with people I knew,
Yeah.
moved to New Jersey to be closer to New York City, and girlfriend dumped me. And that was 10 years ago, and now I'm here on your show.
The way, I'm sorry, the way he just, I thought we was about to really be launched. And then he was like, girl just dumped me. And I was like, damn. Like, waiting for this. That's a cliffhanger. That was a big cliffhanger.
That's a 10-year jump, but you know, I pursued the dream in New York City,
Yeah.
and the city that, you know, it makes or breaks you, and I'm not broken yet.
Wow. Hey, you know what? And I feel like it's not going to. That's there's like you said, there's a higher power, and you have a job to do that. You haven't even. I don't feel like you even scratched the surface yet. You know, you're just getting started, and I'm excited. And hope, you know, I really feel like and believe by the end of this, I'm already considering you your family to me. You're my brother. So you and the miss, you know, you and the missus, you know, she's my sister. You're my brother. If there's anything that I could do, you know, shoot, while y'all down here, while you over there, whatever, please, no questions asked. I just want to help, you know, people. So, you know, any way I can possibly do, please, no hesitation at all.
Likewise.
Shoot.
Likewise.
Shoot. So all right. So we went from bodybuilding. You got signed at modeling before your girlfriend. She probably got jealous because it was like, damn, you know. So then you get into more, you know, your first acting gig, which you said that was with advertisement was ESPN.
Right. So I moved to New Jersey. I left my full-time, stable, financially stable, supporting anything I needed job to become the homeless, jobless actor.
Right.
Working strip clubs, bouncing at strip clubs to get my grocery money.
Yeah.
And some of the first jobs I booked were pretty funny. I was the Trojan man for Trojan Condoms.
No shit.
For a commercial, yeah. Trojan man.
I swear I reckon. Okay.
But it wasn't. But no, you wouldn't recognize. There was no face.
The voice.
It was literally like I was wearing the armor and I was walking in the background of the commercial. You never see the guy's face.
The voice, your voice though. That's where. That's where I was like. That's because every time I heard that commercial, I felt strong. So I'm like, yeah.
Geez, there's been all those little knick-knacky jobs that there's no job that's ever too small.
Yeah.
You know, any acting gig is always a good acting gig.
Yeah.
But finally, like after I got Terminator, that really opened a lot of doors. Just as a credible working person in the entertainment business. Once you get big jobs on your resume, it opens a lot of doors for more work with big names. They want it, like in the acting world, it sucks, but they want to see that you're able to work with big names to work with more big names.
Yeah, definitely.
And, I got very lucky with that.
Shoot, so for those who are listening, this is basically you giving a summary that this is not an overnight success. This was a long journey to reach where you at, and you're not even at where you really want to be at. But the fact that it's not like you did your first acting and next you know you laying in all this money. You're still, like you said, you basically a homeless actor doing these small jobs, trying to build your resume to eventually get to where you're getting these calls with other actors, there's middle class actors or high valued actors, and it's like, you know, you're in competition with other actors trying to do the same thing. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and there's an even smaller group that you're competing with that are the muscle bound guys that can still act. You know, that aren't all meat and potatoes up here.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing because you start seeing a lot of people trying to get into acting coming from bodybuilding. I know Kai Green was trying to do it. I think he got into the TV show Stranger Things.
Yeah, he and I were both auditioned for that role. We both got callbacks for that role too.
What?
It was Kai Green. I was in the top 4, I think.
Wow. That is amazing. I should figure out how to get a hold of Kai Green and tell him off. I should try, but no. But that's he's
good, man. He's good.
Yeah,
he's good.
That's crazy. I mean, that's still amazing. So I guess when you started doing the 2 Terminators, you basically replicated his body, the young version of the Terminator body.
Yeah. Hey, JC. Sorry, I just saw a comment. I'm reading comments.
Oh no, go right ahead. Go right ahead, please. This is your show, your platform too. So anytime you see anybody that you recognize, go right ahead. Right ahead.
Right.
So you so you played the body. They basically, for those who don't know, and they did a hell of a job in those 2 movies. They did a hell of a job because they basically replaced your face with Arnold's face.
Right.
That's amazing because I went back to watch.
The from Genesis to Dark Fate, they did it in 2 totally different ways too.
Really?
So if I want to talk about them, in Genesis, my whole scene was I'm naked.
Okay.
It's the naked young Arnold fighting the clothed old Arnold.
Yeah.
We recreate that scene where Arnold walks up to the 3 punks and says, "Nothing clean right. Your clothes given to me now." And then old Arnold shows up and he's like, "You won't be needing those." And I turn around and we have this huge freight train on freight train fight.
Yeah.
But I never get clothing. So my wardrobe for that whole span of time was a sock and a drawstring. Nothing tied down, just covered. So I'm fighting Arnold.
Freely.
Anatomically correctly fighting Arnold. And so to be embarrassed will never happen again in my life.
I know that's right.
Yeah. And the eye contact that Arnold and I made filming that entire scene, I'll never forget. And neither will he. As I stand over him and he's laying on the ground, and now he sees me whenever we meet up. "Who are you? I don't recognize you. You're wearing too much clothing. You're not Brett. You're not naked." So he knows me as the naked guy. But so the CGI for that, they had tracking dots on my body, but on my face, I had a wig and 100 dots every morning in makeup in the same spot with a magic marker, basically, a makeup marker.
Wow. And
over my entire face.
Whew.
And it took an hour every morning to start my day getting all these dots.
Wow.
In Dark Fate, completely different type of. Oh, and they did for Genesis. They did like the full body scan, like an airport.
Yeah.
Metal detector thing, like the full rotation around and got the full body sculpt. For Terminator Dark Fate, they put a skull cap on me, and that was it. And I filmed my scene, and then they were able to do whatever they wanted to my face, just with this basically the size of my hat now.
Wow.
Just sitting on my head.
Whew.
No dots, no makeup, no wig.
That's crazy.
But I also had clothing for that. For Dark Fate, I actually, had pants and a t-shirt.
How did you feel that? How did you feel that time around?
I was shocked. I showed up fully expecting to be naked. So I got ripped.
Right.
Like in better shape than I was for Terminator Dark Fate, or Terminator Genesis. Yeah. I got lean. I had ab veins going. And then they were like, "All right, here's your wardrobe." I was like, "What?" I'm wearing So I made sure to roll up my sleeves when I was doing the t-shirt. And so when I'm holding the shotgun up to John Connor's head in the opening scene, my mom's like, "I know that arm. I know those veins." I was like, "Yeah, winning moment."
So okay. See, I watched that movie so many times. That was Dark Fate, you said, right? Yeah.
Right.
At the very beginning, I remember they were on the beach, thinking they got away, and you slowly approach and finally got John Carter. Yeah.
I pulled the trigger on John Connor.
Wow.
To do that in the Terminator franchise is, I don't have a word to describe that. Yeah. That's up there, man. I mean, when I first found out, I was like, I can't do that.
Right.
You can't kill John Connor.
Right. Yeah.
And the director Tim Miller was like, no, you can, and you get to do it. And I was like, holy shit, this is a moment.
Yeah.
People are gonna, if they know it's me, they're gonna hate me, or they're gonna love me. You can't kill John Connor.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is gonna go over, but I got to be the one.
You finally did it. You finally got the one that. How many Terminators that was sent to get him? That failed?
Yeah, it took 6. It took 6. Right?
6, right? I love it because you came around with that slow motion walk. I love slow motions, and you did it good. You did it good.
It's just, you just got to, it's the invisible lats, and you just got to walk in all puffed up.
Look, but the fact that I'm literally having you on right now, and you can switch your voice straight to Arnold is amazing. And people got to understand, for those who are listening, that's a real skill that you have to practice. I'm sure you have to practice every day.
I told you before, I do it. Oh, wow. See, what I do now is I get Sheik and Arnold back and forth.
Yeah.
And it it's fantastic. Yes, Papa, number 1. Yeah, come on, do it now. I'm in elementary school. I do the voice ever since I was little. Come on, it's so easy now. Now, all right. So Arnold, one day on Genesis, he comes out of his trailer, and a bunch of us were hanging out in his trailer. Joe Manganiello was visiting.
Yeah.
And they just finished a movie, Sabotage.
Yeah.
And Arnold walks out. He goes, "A bunch of studs out here. It's like Stud Union. Let me get something for Stud Union." And he walks back in, and he gets cigars and passes them out and starts telling stories. I ran, after this moment happened, I ran straight back to my trailer, made Stud Union T-shirts, and had them shipped to the set, and I gave them out to everybody who was there, and so we all started wearing Stud Union T-shirts. Like, oh, where can I get my Stud Union T-shirt? I was like, you weren't there.
Yeah.
But I was telling this same story to another group of people where Arnold comes out and he's Stud Union, and all of a sudden they just go, and Arnold's right behind me as I'm impersonating Arnold. And I'm like, all right, I'm done. My career just ended.
Right.
And he looks at me, he goes, he hits me on the back, he's, keep going, you're doing fine. So I was like, all right, that's it. I'm good. Arnold voice approved by the man.
Right.
Done.
Yes, solidified.
Yep. But they did, it was part of the job where they had me. They didn't know if they were going to dub in Arnold's voice or use mine to do that whole interaction with the 3 punks where it was laundry day, nothing clean tonight.
Yeah.
You clothes given to me now. Nice night for the walk. That they had me say those words, so they didn't know. They wanted to make sure I could actually do the Arnold voice.
Wow.
So it was professional.
Yeah. That was, amazing. Fucking amazing. Excuse my French, but that's a damn amazing. I got front row seats to hear this myself. Oh, and by the way, sidebar, a very, very dear close friend of mine, her name is Teresa Barnes. Her Instagram name is Mother Teresa. She's a fan. She said, can I tell you to say hello? She says hello. So she wants to know if you can let her know hello.
Yes, hello, Baba, Mother Teresa. Yes, Baba, number 1, Teresa, number 1. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, brother. So we're going back. All right, so you got approved by the man himself, the legendary, the guy who you was inspired by. And like I said, you got the voice down, pinpoint, bam. So you did Terminator, and now you're on the hit TV show Young Rock, playing the greatest WWE wrestler antagonist there was, the Iron Sheik. Now, how did you come about that? Because I know, for those who don't know, you also did some work with Dwayne and Kevin Hart in Central Intelligence.
Yeah, that turned into, like, that went from nothing into something and back into nothing.
Right, okay.
I had a buddy who was on the crew set there.
Gotcha.
And he was like, yo, come out, we're filming. And it was up in Boston. I was in Rhode Island at the time. So I show up, and they actually gave me a role as a agent.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, we're going to have you kick open the door and rush DJ. And then they were like, all right, we can't give you that role, even though you just contracted to be that role because that got contracted to the stunt guys who are a separate contract from the actors.
Yeah.
So we're just going to throw you in as an extra somewhere.
Wow.
Eventually, I spent just all day on set per day with DJ and The Rock. When I showed up, DJ was with his cousin, who's his stunt double, Tunaway.
Yeah.
And Tunaway was like, "You must be the other stunt double." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He goes, "Come with me." So he brought me back to DJ and Kevin Hart, and I hung out with them for a good while, talking the shit, shooting the shit, and I name dropped Terminator stuff. So they were like, "Oh, he's legit."
Yeah.
So I got to hang out with them, and finally production was like, who's this guy? I was like, I'm Agent Wally. They're like, "Get over there." But
so you made that up?
Yeah, it was a totally it was a fun day.
That's good.
I had some good conversations with The Rock, good conversations with Kevin. Tunaway is a good friend of mine now. Ever since then. But they actually hired me to be The Rock's stunt double when he did SNL as well.
Oh.
So I got to reintroduce myself to DJ then.
Okay. So that's two encounters so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And on that encounter, we had a big break for lunch, and I was going to hit the gym that was across the street from where we were filming.
Okay. I
opened up my gym bag, and I had a brand new container of supplements of pre-workout. And DJ walks by, and he gives me that. And I went, "Take it. I know you want it." And it was a brand that he was using at the time, and it was something that wasn't on the market because I was sponsored by them at the time, and I was like, "Go for it. Take my damn brand new supplement." And so that was a good moment I had with him before I even.
So really knew. He still owes you a supplement, huh?
Yeah, he does. He does. He owes me a pre-workout.
Yeah.
I'll take any Project Rock thing that he wants to get rid of, or some of that Zoa energy drink that he's got.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I haven't tried. Have you tried it yet?
No, I'm shameful in admitting that. I did have Terramana tequila.
How's that?
And dude, for a celebrity sponsored tequila, you wouldn't know. It is amazing. It's super smooth.
Really?
It actually tastes good.
Damn, yeah, that's rare.
It's not like that harsh. I don't get that harsh feeling. It's like damn good tequila.
Wow.
So I'm not just plugging because it's The Rock, but I would suggest anyone drink Terramana tequila if they like.
I'm gonna have
tequila.
to try that myself because like you said, tequilas they a little harsh going down, and I've heard people.
So smooth.
It's real smooth. Oh, that's amazing. Gosh.
We were all drinking it on set in Australia. It was it was a good time.
That's amazing, my brother. That's amazing too. I'm gonna have next time I'm gonna have a bottle for both of us, and we just we cheers. And matter of fact, when you and the missus come down, we getting some.
When we're celebrating the season 2 contract.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, even better. Even better. Hey, look, I might pass out because I definitely want to be there. but somehow just keep in touch with me. So 2 encounters with The Rock. You took your supplements. First of all, I gotta ask, how was the workout? Did you still get a good workout in without the supplements?
Oh yeah. Don't worry. Sheik always gets his workout. No problem.
Okay. All right, my man. All right. Just sometimes some people be like, dang, now I gotta go really into superhuman strength and develop this self-motivation to work out. So how did you land the Iron Sheik in Young Rock?
So last year, COVID, Corona, no more acting, everything shut down. New York, LA, everything shut down. Right. I didn't think I was going to work all year. I didn't think I was going to leave my house all year. So I did everything from home. I had the stay home gym. I built a gym in my backyard. The only time I left the house was for groceries. Yeah. And my girl Linda and I was bored one day. I was like, I've never shaved my head. No one's going to see me for the next couple of months. I want to shave my head and see what it looks like. Right. So I did it. And I walked back out to her and she goes, yeah, that's not your look. We're not keeping that. And I was like, yeah, I know. I'm growing it back. Don't worry.
Right.
3 days later, I get a call to audition for Iron Sheik. And I'm like, I already shaved my head.
Right.
That's a sign, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be a sign. And then they called back and they were like, we like you. Can you do the voice? So I watched YouTube and I was like, yes, break your back. Come on, clutch. Make you humble. Like, okay, there's something to work with there.
Yeah.
And then a week or two later, they're like, you got the job. Now get on it. And I was like, I'll grow it. The mustache will come in 8 weeks. We're good. This was in July.
Okay.
They were like, well, we start filming in September. So I was like, you'll have a mustache. Don't worry. I'll call up the professional voice coaches and whatever you need.
Yeah.
I ended up talking to the Sheik himself.
Okay. Wow.
And getting the straight on firsthand advice about how to say words that, like, how would you say this? And the Sheik, no fucking no Jew. And I just repeat. And it's Baba.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. First of all, how was it meeting the Iron Sheik? In person, like the legend.
He after watching all the promos and all the YouTube videos, I was expecting the gimmick Sheik.
Yeah.
You know, he is the sweetest, most introverted guy. So quiet, so low key that it really took my role as far as what I was going to do on the show to a whole different idea, because the show isn't the gimmick Sheik, it's the family Sheik.
Okay.
So I was like, when I was reading lines, I was always animated and then, had that gruff in his voice and everything. But then I'm like, wait a minute, it's yes, I'll go to Safeway, I'll get the cupcake. Yes, no problem. Sheik only family. It's not Sheik only family, man. Yes, I get cupcake. I go now. It's, he was so like
soft spoken.
Oh, sweetie. He's a sweetie.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I think I was reading an article that you might have done. I think it was probably like the very first season of the season, I guess, of your approach of the Iron Sheik. And I think because everybody knows him from what he has done as far as the legendary antagonist, he's just fire, pump, he's ready to go. I think they said that you at one point you was kind of not nervous, but like before you got to really know him, you like that character, the role, you was kind of like hesitant, I guess, until you started researching. Like, I guess you started researching more and get to meet him in person. Then it was like you was I guess excited to play that the family side.
All right. So, what it was I hated the Sheik.
Okay.
So it was more of like, oh, the Sheik. Like, oh,
yeah,
man, I hate him. He's such a bad guy. But then you learn about who he is as a person, and you just nothing but respect. And he was just, his career was full time. He was always on.
Yeah, he
was 100% Sheik gimmick.
Yeah.
And as an actor, you respect that because it's all acting.
Right.
It's he's an ultimate improvisational actor.
Definitely.
If you think about it.
Definitely.
And for him to create a world that hates him as his gimmick, that means he's a good actor.
Very.
He did his job well. He's a Hall of Famer for it.
Very.
And even more so, the nervousness wasn't about playing him. It was about, he's alive and he's going to see it.
Yeah.
So the nervousness was about representing him to a degree where he was proud of me.
Definitely.
That's where I was like, okay, I gotta nail this because the real Sheik is here.
Definitely.
Some of the other guys, they're actors, they're real wrestlers have passed away.
Yeah.
So I felt a little bit of that added pressure to be like, I'm gonna nail this because I know if the Sheik doesn't like it, then I'm done.
Right. Wow. That's a lot of weight to pretty much hold on your shoulders for that. I mean, like you said, he's alive, so you want to do his career, his history, his name with justice, right, correctly. Especially is in collaboration with all these other great wrestlers that you know, grew up around him was during that time as well. Because I know people forget that he was like Hulk Hogan's like Batman versus Superman.
The brawny punk California beach bum Hulk Hogan. There's no Hulkamania without Sheik. There's no WrestleMania without Sheik. Iron Sheik creates Hulkamania. He creates WrestleMania. WWF was nothing without Iron Sheik as WWF champion.
Applause, my brother. Applause. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Every time you do that, that really gets me. It's amazing. It's truly amazing. I know everybody who's listening right now, watching right now, are doing the same thing. Just nothing but applause.
I get excited. I go to Madison Square Garden, #1 arena in the world, and I beat 6-time champion Mr. Bob Backlund, and I put him in camel clutch, and I become WWF champion, and I get respect because he respect wrestling. The AAU champion, Iran Olympic champion, here wrestling old school style. Yes, I deserve WWF champion. And Mr. Hulk Hogan, beach bum, you jabroni, punk, California. Go back to California, beach bum, play your guitar.
Apply. My man, that is excellent. And you stay in character like that.
I do it way too often, man. I'll slip in and out. If someone asks me a certain question, I relate it to the Sheik's character.
Yeah.
I'll not even realize, like, yes, Baba, of course. And it's like, oh, Brett, you're not in. Yeah. They don't know you. Like I just moved. Linda and I just moved to a whole new town.
Yeah.
And I'm introducing myself, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, yes, Baba, thank you. And then they're just like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm gonna do that a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And you said y'all moved to New Jersey?
We lived in southern New Jersey and moved to northwestern New Jersey up in the lakes.
Okay.
Where we've got deer and foxes in our backyard now.
Okay.
It's totally not what you think of when you think New Jersey.
Yeah.
Because I always thought I'd end up back in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Where my grandparents were. And this is like New Hampshire. It's really my where I had a dream to be in this kind of environment where it's woods and lake.
Okay, beautiful. The only reason I asked because my wife and her family is from Jersey, but more down south Jersey. So that's why I was wondering. I was like, shoot, I might be able to swing on by, you know, say hello in person, bring some gifts or something. Shoot, but man, so how has it been acting on the Young Rock show? How has it? Because how many episodes are y'all in?
It was the best experience of acting in my life.
Okay.
It's uncomparable to anything. Because first of all, we flew to Australia.
Okay.
And we all quarantined in the same hotel. So we were locked in our rooms for 2 weeks and couldn't leave.
Yeah.
But when we did get out finally, because it's COVID and because everything's so, limited, we did everything together as a cast.
Okay.
And the cast itself, half of it was Samoan.
Yes.
And their culture is very family orientated.
Yeah.
So they always family get together. Like we always did barbecues up on the roof of the hotel. And anytime that we weren't filming, we were always doing stuff together. And I've never had that experience in the acting world.
Right.
Because usually like you go to New York City, you film and you leave. And you didn't hang out with anybody after they said cut.
Right. Right.
That's a wrap. This was, we were family. And forever now, these guys, we're still in the same Facebook, we all have the Facebook group.
Yeah.
And we talk every day about everything that was going on in their lives. And Nate, Junkyard Dog, just booked a big gig where he's going to be on Curb Your Enthusiasm. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not.
Okay. No problem. I can bleep it out if you want.
Yeah. But yeah, we're all fans of each other now, and we're all brothers and sisters. in a way that I've never experienced before on any other job.
Right.
Add the fact that all the 80s wrestler actors, we all took the Wrestling 101 together.
Yes.
When I came out of, for me, the ideal acting role is something that's physical, where I get to show off my body, where I'm either a really bad guy or the lovable sidekick funny guy.
Yeah.
And the Sheik is both of those wrapped in one, plus the physicality with the wrestling, plus I had to be in shape, plus I'm shirtless. It was the epitome of everything I wanted to do in acting.
Right.
So it's like the role that I've longed for that I didn't know I longed for. But the 2-week quarantine, they lock you in a hotel room, they don't let you leave.
Okay.
All I asked was I had exercise equipment.
Right.
So they put a 300-pound weight set in my room with an exercise bike. I came out of quarantine after 2 weeks, shredded, in the best shape of my life, down 10 pounds, even more shredded than I did with Terminator.
Yeah.
Even more, I was basically in, like, I could step on stage in a competition and win.
Okay.
And I walked out, and the other guys playing, the other actors, John Toohey and Fosse, the Wild Samoans, and Kevin Makeley, who was Macho Man, and Matt Willig, the OG, playing Andre
the Giant, yeah.
And again, Nate Jackson playing Junkyard Dog. They were just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, really? You're gonna show us up like that? I was like, the gym's open, right? So then it became, not only are we acting together, doing group stuff together, group chat, Sheiky to gym, 10 a.m. I'd be there, and then these guys would roll in, and they all had this motivation, and we all trained together. We worked out together. It was something that I felt like Arnold in the 70s.
Yeah.
That, like, camaraderie of working out.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
I've never had that before, besides, like, college when you're working out. So to have part of my professional acting gig, everything in this gig was a lifetime, like, dream.
Definitely, yeah.
Every aspect.
Wow.
And add the Samoan food.
Oh, they fed you good? Did they feed that? It sounds like they fed you good.
Fosse, Wild Samoan, was he would take any meat and turn it into the most delicious thing you'd ever eat.
Wow.
Samoan flavors, man. They were, I miss those.
Woo. So I'm sure y'all gonna end up doing that again, having the family oriented atmosphere. When
we'll never lose it. Yeah, we'll never lose it.
Yeah. So that's good. And that's what before we started this whole conversation, that's why I said, like, the world's broken, and we need more family, vibes like that, because that's what will create change. If you make me feel like a family, then I'm gonna make somebody else feel like family, and then it's just a domino effect from one person to another.
And I feel like that's why this show is such a success right now, because we need a show that just has that uniting aspect, like the young rock cast, where it's generational. You got fans of old school wrestling, and you got young kids who want to watch the college and high school Dwayne story.
Yeah.
It brings the whole family together to watch TV together. It's a family unit thing. It was a family unit filming it. It's a family unit to watch it. And right now, I think that's what the world needs. So
Amen.
It's special.
Amen to that. Now, while y'all filming, I'm just curious. I don't know if you're allowed to say or not, but while y'all filming, is The Rock there being like, because it's a replication of his story? He was
still filming Red Notice in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
At the time, but all his scenes were set. If you notice, if you watching the show, all his scenes are like in the future.
Yeah.
And then all the storyline scenes are separate.
Yeah.
He was on whenever we did the script reads, he'd come on the Zoom calls and be part of the whole cast script reads.
Okay.
We got to interact with him there, and he also took some time with one-on-one describing, what the character meant to him personally. So he and Matt talked about how special Andre was to him as a little kid.
Yeah.
we had moments like that with DJ personally. He at the end of one of the script reads, he got a little emotional, and he was like, you guys are really, it's coming together, and I'm so happy, and I'm so proud of this, and I'm so appreciative. And he got, the tears started falling. Yeah. Baba, it's okay to cry, Baba. We love you. Sheiki, love you. And he goes, oh, Sheiki, baby. Thank you, Baba. And I was just like, yes, good moment with DJ.
I love it. That's crazy, because you could tell the Rock is a softie. As big as he is, he could whoop your butt. He could if he wanted to, but he's a lovable guy. You could tell I never met him, but you could just tell the way he carries himself. The Samoan lifestyle. He's nothing but a big ass bottle of love.
Yeah. And he gives back, man. That's what it's one of those situations where when you meet your idol, you want them to be everything that you think they are. And he is well and above that. He never disappoints him.
Man, I hope I get to live and have a chance to do this, because that's how I look at The Rock. I look at The Rock as myself. I'm like, man, it'd be cool just to shake hands. That's it. I just shake hands. That's it.
Right.
But it's amazing though. That's truly, truly amazing. So, did y'all just wrap with Young Rock? Did y'all wrap up season 1?
Season 1? We finished. They finished. We did all the 80s wrestling scenes, like all the 10-year-old timeline. Yeah. We wrapped that in November, and then they continued filming the college and high school. The college scenes were the last to finish, and they actually were still filming those when the pilot came out.
Okay. And
then I think it was a week or two after they finally wrapped completely.
Okay.
After the pilot.
Okay. But in your character with Sheik, you're gonna have a ongoing reoccurring role, I'm sure, because that was basically like Dwayne's. Yeah. Okay. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. All right. I hope because that's.
I was told that if there is a season 2, that the 10-year-old timeline will still continue.
Okay. I mean, it would only make sense, and then that's.
It does to me.
Yeah.
It does to me.
Yeah. It only makes sense, and Iron Sheik, he was an impact on Dwayne Johnson's whole upbringing, so it only makes sense.
He was a mentor. He was a mentor and an uncle figure. But also, recently in the news last year, jabroni got into the dictionary as an official word.
Really?
And we all know that The Rock mainstreamed the word jabroni.
Yeah.
But that is the Sheik's word. Yeah. And when it got announced, The Rock went online to his social media. He said, he's like, I know everyone thinks it's my word, but it's really Sheik's word. So he respect the legend. He know jabroni.
Yeah.
He respect the legend. But that can be worked into the show somehow. I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's interesting. I'm excited, man. So you're pretty much done, at least right now. Y'all, like I said, y'all did y'all's part, wrapped it up. They're chopping up. They're airing some things out.
We're enjoying every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on NBC.
So let me ask you this, because I always wanted to ask, as an actor, do you watch what you recorded?
Of course. I don't know how you don't.
Because some people I've heard some actors say they never watch their stuff. They go.
I could never be that way. It's not complete until you see it.
Right. That's how I feel.
You gotta see the finished product. For me, it's more of, because when you're filming something, you always do multiple takes, and I always change my delivery or something. It's never the same. Right. So for me, I may know what the scene is, I may know what the line is, or even I don't, because sometimes you get alternate lines.
Yeah.
For me, it's like Christmas, because you don't know what the editors are going to pick and what's going to actually come up.
True.
So that's the excitement in it for me.
Okay, yeah. So
it's like, oh, I agree with them choosing that approach. I agree with them with this. Why did they cut that? No, I wish they kept this.
I forget.
That's the enjoyment.
I forget that you don't see the fun. you don't know what they're taking. I forgot about that. You see the
Right.
final project and what you think all the different scenes that y'all did. If it's 10 scenes, they might pick 5. And
Right.
you won't know until the rest of us, 8 o'clock, 8:30, showtime.
And you don't know what version of that scene they're going to end up using. Like with that scene with where I look at Andre's action figure, he's correct down there. And then everyone's like, all the other guys are like, oh, Sheik, you idiot. Like, what are you talking about? Don't bring that up.
Yeah.
And so many versions of they went with, what, you want your jabroni kids to pull down pants and see sex? But the majority, I think like 85% of that scene, I went, what? You want your jabroni kids to play with dolls, pull down pants and see sex? Like I was angry and yelling it. And then to find out that they chose the one, what, you want your jabroni kids to play with dolls, pull down pants and see sex? So that's exciting. Like they see which option they go with.
Right. Yo. That's funny. That is funny. Gosh. I'm still laughing at it. You're amazing how you switch. That's literally like your other identity. The Iron Sheik is your opposite now. That's you.
Right.
Oh man. So do you have anything and I guess anything in the future that you got planned coming up, that projects that you on the that's coming up in the horizon? That you can talk about?
Yeah, nothing major. I don't think anything's on press release yet.
Okay.
Situation. I got a lot of. I'm doing a lot of like in-person meet and greets and autograph signings.
Okay.
The wrestling community really adopted me into itself, just being Iron Sheik from Young Rock,
right?
Making sure that it's not, I'm not the Iron Sheik, but I play one on TV,
right?
But yeah, so I get to go to conventions and I get to do the meet and greets, and I made a T-shirt, and people are buying my T-shirt.
Congratulations!
It's pretty cool.
Congratulations!
Always hustle. Sheiky always on the hustle. Yes, Papa.
Sheiky on the hustle.
Yeah, coming up, I'll be, and we're going everywhere. April 2nd, I'll be in Southington, Connecticut at M&J Video. Then we're going up to Holyoke, New Hampshire.
Wow.
At Heroes Hideouts. And then we go to Queens for Wrestle Universe on Easter morning. Then May 15th, like I mentioned, we're going to be in Maryland at Celeb Fest. May 1st, I'm going to Mississippi. Ooh. And doing like an actual wrestle thing there. May 22nd, I'm going to Lebanon, New Hampshire with Masters of the Toyverse. Yeah, I'm jumping around. It's cool to do this, man. It's not a avenue I ever thought my acting would bring me.
Yeah.
So it's total, and to interact, I've never gotten to interact with fans.
Right.
Really, on that level. And now they're like, oh, we love what you're doing for the Sheik. We love you as an actor, period. I had one guy show up with like Terminator paraphernalia to autograph. And I was like, dude, you really know me, huh? This is cool.
That's amazing. First of all, that's a lot of damn stops. That's a tour.
And Linda is behind all of it. She's a Wonder Woman.
Oh, that's amazing. You need support like that. You need strong foundation support. So y'all gonna be pretty much hotel to hotel to hotel until y'all get back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of cool, man. It's not something I've ever pictured, and it's just it's a door that's open, so you walk on through.
Right. And who would have thought it started from getting signed to do modeling? Who would have thought?
10 years ago, when it wasn't my interview.
Right. But you know what? Yeah. That's what it shows. Like, people may not know what their purpose, is or what it's going to be, but like when the signs come and the opportunity presents itself, you just gotta not question, just go through it and just do it. Right. And you are truly living proof of that. So thank you for all that you've done, because there's a lot of wrestling fans, a lot of them. When I told my wife that I was gonna have you on the show tonight, And I was like, yeah, you know, the Iron Sheik, and then, you know, Iron Sheik is related to Hulk Hogan. She just went into listing all the wrestlers. I'm looking at her like, how do you, how do you know all this? She was like, oh yeah, you know, you got
Yeah. Wrestling, dude, I found that out quickly. Wrestling fans know their shit.
Yeah.
So if you're representing the Iron Sheik, you better know the Iron Sheik because they'll get you.
Yeah.
You know, I got quizzed on a few things. I was like, oh, if you make me look like a jabroni, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Right.
So I made sure that I knew my shit. I did my history research.
Yeah. Yeah.
With WWE.
Yeah.
But it also helped that I grew up watching wrestling. Like I loved the NWO.
Yeah.
Like I loved when Hogan and Razor Ramon and that whole, like, that was the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
You know, when Stone Cold was given the Rock the Stunner.
Yeah, Stone Cold is always gonna be my favorite.
Yeah. Dude, the Rock's reaction to the Stone Cold Stunner is still my favorite. The way he'll do the full-on body flop, like delayed body flop.
Yeah.
Like he'll fall and then all of a sudden flip his whole body up like a dead fish that's out of water. Yeah. It's stuff like that. Like that was my childhood, man. I grew up on that.
Right.
Yeah, Razor Ramon.
Ramon, yeah.
He was one of those. British Bulldog, Bret Hart only because it was the name Bret.
Yeah. He was a bad guy at heart anyway.
Right.
My friend. Man.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of wrestling, so to be a part of it now is another, you know, it's completing the circle.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? It's crazy though, because I have a feeling just by sitting down with you tonight, talking to you and hearing the story from beginning to, you know, to where you at now, it's full.
My mom is on Espen Row 246. That's my mom.
Hey, mama.
She is number one mom in entire world.
Hey.
Yes, Papa. I love you, mama.
Hey, mama.
Strongest, most brave, most positive woman in the world.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, you know, they say moms produce strong boys, so, you know, I can see right there, bam.
There she is. Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Love you.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing because it's like, and I was saying was, you know, from where you started to where you at now, you know, like I said, that part is coming full circle, but I don't, normally when things come circle, it completes and you just, that's it. But I have a feeling like you are about to really go through some doors that's going to like change the way a lot of people feel about themselves, how to view things. You already started, you know, and it's exciting. It's really exciting. I feel like
that's the ultimate goal is to achieve success, but to give it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I've always said that if I make it, I want to be able to provide my mom early retirement.
Right.
I've always said that.
Right.
And then after, you know, charity world, I would love to start a foundation in my sister's name.
Yeah.
It's all about, you know, sharing your success.
Yeah.
That's what life is to achieve success, but share it.
Definitely.
And that's the path that I'm on.
Absolutely.
I'm right there, you know, little by little.
Yes, absolutely. If there's any way I could help too with the foundation, please, I would love to, because me and Walt, that's what NevaStop Apparel, what we do here at NevaStop Apparel, every month we just donate money. Like we donate money, or whether it's food or clothes or something like that, is the longevity. But like right now we donate money because of COVID, you know, and certain things, certain situations people don't have to make it to the next day, and they're struggling. So, you know, anything that I have a full-time job, and I'm like, with this, I don't need it, but it feels like you said, the goal is to help give back in one, two people, three, whatever the case may be, however much I can do, I will do. And so if there's anything that I could do to help contribute to your cause for your foundation, and as well give back to people, please let me know. I want to be 100% part of that.
Yeah, if I get it off the ground, I'll let you know.
Oh shoot, hey, look, I won't be the. Let me be the project to help get it off the ground. I'm all like I'm in this too. I'm in it from where you're at right now with it. Like, I want to start right there too. Yeah, give me some shovels so I can start digging too.
No jabroni, no jabroni. you baby face, you.
So, my friend, I'm not gonna hold you. You know, it's been an honor and a blessing to have you on tonight. Very excited for all the future events and accomplishments that's coming your way. Thank you for the missus for being your backbone and helping you get to where you at. So I thank you both from the bottom of my heart. Truly, thank you.
Thank you.
It's been an honor. So
and just a selfless plug, if you do want autographs or T-shirts, you can DM me on my Instagram here.
Okay.
I'll work a Venmo or a PayPal situation with you.
I appreciate it, and please, I would love to send you some of my stuff. Thank you for being on the show and just doing what you do. I got a couple. What size you like? 2XL.
That's it.
2XL. I figured. I went every time you lean back. I was trying to look and analyze. Like, okay, he about 2XL. That'll fit nicely. So I'll send you some stuff. I'll try to get an address of wherever you would like the stuff sent to, and I'll get that to you as soon as possible.
Awesome, man.
So, but Brett, I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you to Linda, and from the bottom of my heart, I'll hopefully get to see y'all come March. Down here in Maryland, and we have a good time. Good night.
Never stop. Number one. Real talk.
Yeah.
Yes, Papa.
Yes. Never stop. Appreciate it. The Iron Sheik.
Never stop. Number one.
The Iron Sheik. Brett Azar. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, man.
So y'all take care. Have a blessed night, my friend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Miss Linda, take care.
Baba Linda, number one. Suzanne Monroe, Sheiky's mom. Number one.
And mama. Take care. Have a blessed night or morning or day. Everybody, y'all take care. Thank you for tuning in. We got Brett Azar. Make sure you tune in to the Young Rock TV special. It comes on what day comes on? What nights?
8 p.m. NBC, Baba. You watch, you love. I promise.
Will do. So I got homework to do to watch it myself. Y'all take care. Please make sure you follow both of us, Brett's page, NevaStop Apparel's page. I really appreciate you all for tuning in. You all have a blessed and lovely night. Y'all be safe and enjoy your loved ones. Enjoy your loved ones. Y'all take care.
Thank you.
Be safe.